So guys, about reaction, I'm back with our today. We're going to be reacting to Cosmic Explain why Spider-Man is so popular. Now, the reason we're reacting is because one, I love Cosmic Explain. Two, I love Spider-Man, and three, I want to do another comic book reaction video. Like I said, I don't want just people from one media, like from music. I want people from everywhere: anime, comic books, movies, TV shows, all those things. So try to act everything, gaming. So they were reacting this, and one of the reasons why I wanted to react this because like you gotta look at. I was thinking like how popular is Spider-Man? Because Spider-Man is a global face. Like there are people around the world, millions of possibly billions of people who know who Spider-Man is, who know who he is, know his backstory. Like his backstory is one of the most like greatest, like one of the most original backstories, like in all comic books. Like everybody knows his backstory. You know, Peter Parker. Sorry guys, excuse me. Peter Parker, smart nerd, got bit by a mutant, a radiated spider, became Spider-Man, strength of a spider, speed of a spider, everything like that. So he has one of the most like known backstories of all time of any superhero. His movies really kind of jump started the superhero movies like into what they are now. Like the first Spider-Man, I think, make it over $1 billion, still one of the highest grossing superhero movies of all time. And of course, we had movies like that before, you know, like Batman, Robin, things like that. But they weren't never something as big as what the first Spider-Man did. They have always Spider-Man movie. They had Spider-Man 2 made a lot of bunch of money. Yeah, Spider-Man 3 was made a bunch of money. Despite the fact some people say that's the worst Spider-Man movie, it still made a bunch of money. Then you had, you know, The Amazing Spider-Man was made a bunch of money. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 made a bunch of money. Then Homecoming was made a bunch of money. And even the new Spider-Man Begins came out, just broke God of War's record, I think, for like 300 million sales or something like that. And they was nominated for Game of the Year, a lot of other things. That's also the fact there wasn't anything at the Game Awards that was absolutely just disgraceful with the Spider-Man. In fact, it didn't win nothing. I thought that was just so dumb. But you guys see what I'm saying? Like he's in games or there are all kind of like Spider-Man cartoon TV shows. There's like the old one, Spider-Man's Amazing Friends. There's the Amazing Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Man. He's been X-Men cartoons. He's been everywhere because Spider-Man is just that popular of a character. He's just so well known. So I really want to look at it and see just why is he so popular. And I feel like, you know, Cosmic Explained, you know, Rob, who would literally what his name is, he explains comic book, will be the best to do it for us. But anyway, guys, if you guys like, please give me a thumbs up. Also, if you are new and you just want your first time seeing one of my videos and you're new to my channel, please want to subscribe to my channel, especially if you like, because my goal is I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm at like 36. I really appreciate guys if you like the videos, if you could hop on, you could subscribe to my channel and support me as I grow and get bigger. And it would just mean a lot to me if I could hit that goal for the end of the year. So again, guys, if you like and if you're new, please make sure to subscribe and turn that. I appreciate it a lot. Please tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below of why you think Spider-Man is so popular, or like me, like tell me like why you love Spider-Man, why you think he's the best superhero, whatever. Just tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. And there will be a link in the description of this video as well on my Facebook and Twitter, and probably to his probably put one to Rob's Comic Explained channel as well. If you guys want to go look at more videos from him, he's my favorite YouTuber as far as comic books because he just explains so many. So I will put his link of his channel down below. But let's get into it. Let's see why Spider-Man is so popular.
This is Rob. If you guys enjoy my content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that little bell so you never miss out on my sexy voice. Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Rob, and I'm actually periscoping while I'm recording this. If you guys don't know, I have Periscope, which lets me live stream to Twitter, and you can find me, you know, periscope.com or whatever it is, /Comicsexplained. Anyway, just follow me on Twitter on Comicsexplained. You'll see my Periscopes there. Anyway, I wanted to have this discussion about why Spider-Man is so popular, right? I mean, there's all different kinds of levels of like the argument when it comes to Spider-Man's popularity. Like there are some people that will say Spider-Man is as popular, if not more popular, than like Superman, and that is a whole different discussion for a whole other time. That's one that we're not even going to get into here because that opens a kettle of beans that, quite frankly, I just don't want to open. But when it comes,
well, I'll open them for you, Rob. So I want to pause right there, guys, talk about because he said there are people out there that believe that Spider-Man is just as popular, if not more, than Superman. And you got to realize, Superman is one of the old superheroes of all time. He came out so long ago. He really kind of started, like you said, he really kind of started the superhero industry as far as comic books. So, and then, you know, there's actually a test that says, like, the Superman symbol is more recognizable to people than a Christian cross. So, say you go around the world, and you will find more people that recognize the Superman symbol than the Christian cross. So you see how popular it is. The movies, the TV shows, the experts. He's like, it's Superman. You can't not. He's like the original, the quintessential superhero. So I understand what you're saying. You say about like saying Spider-Man is his platform, like that's a big deal because it's Superman, it's the original superhero. It's a big deal to say that he's as popular as him. But you gotta look at Spider-Man in the mainstream, the movies, the games, like I said, all the TV shows is what he done, how much he means. Like he's pretty much like the face of Marvel of the MCU now. Like you just see how big he really is in terms of today in mainstream. Just how many kids love him, the toys and everything. How good the movie does. How many games have they made? How much money have the games made? Like you just gotta look at that and like he really could be on that level as being equal, if not more popular than Batman and Superman. Honestly, maybe not Batman because Batman greatest superhero of all time, but I would definitely like personally myself. I'm being honest. I would say he's on that level, if not more. But if he's not, he's only just a little bit behind Superman. Just because, like I said, in terms of like the media today and mainstream, Spider-Man's everywhere. There's millions, possibly billions of people around the entire planet that know who Spider-Man is. Like you have to live in like some deserted like island or some shit where no civilization has like advanced at all to not know who Spider-Man is because he's just that big of a character. But anyway, sorry guys, let's continue.
To the idea of Spider-Man and what he's capable of, his popularity will ensure that he stands the test of time as one of the most iconic superheroes ever. But the question is why? Why is Spider-Man so popular? So let's wind the clock back. So 1938, Superman shows up for the very first time and just takes the world by storm. I mean, it was nuts. I mean, going back and reading articles when he first appeared, people's reactions to it, it was something that had never really been seen before.
And about that, guys, I would love it. Like, say if I had to be a time travel, I would love to go back a time and like to the time where Superman comic when the first Superman comic first came out first to get my hands on it because that was saber till now I'm gonna be a rich millionaire, but because that comic book was worth so much money, but just to see reaction of people when he came onto the stage, I think would be just so crazy because I've read some of the articles like Rob myself, and people had like there were some people that had like a bunch of just reactions. Some were like ecstatic, some were stoked, some people were like, oh my god, evil devil, but like it just brought so many reactions back then. Like personally myself, I would love to go back down like see like and that'd be like for every superman, not just Superman, like when Spider-Man first came out with Batman, like all those supers, I would love to see it, the reaction of people when that comic book first dropped.
Superhero that was virtually bulletproof, who could jump at insanely high levels, who could run insanely fast. You know, he was bulletproof, and the peak of human conditioning was new to everybody. He had a costume, had a cape, that kind of thing. It made it look like he flew. It was really cool. I mean, the power of flight wouldn't come until a couple years after his character was created. But on the whole, Superman set a whole new standard when it came to superheroes in this new medium. But on the whole, Superman's popularity stemmed from the fact that he fought on behalf of the common man. Superman's early stories saw him fighting against, jewel thieves, which protected store owners. Saw him fighting against murderers, which protect the people they were trying to murder. It had him fighting against government corruption, which protect the citizen body. Had him fighting against corrupt corporations and different things like that. And the more Superman became popular, the more characters that were created in order to capitalize on that popularity.
And guys, I want to talk what he said. Like, that's what I'm saying. When Superman was first created, he was more of a street level hero, as like Spider-Man or some of my little kids. Like he dealt with jewelry robberies and thugs mostly. He dealt with the government. He didn't really deal with earth shattering, like multiverse or universal ever shattering threats like he does now. He was more of a grounded superhero. Like he said, he couldn't fly when he first was created. He wasn't as strong as he was or as fast as he is now. He couldn't fly. He was bulletproof, but he wasn't as vulnerable as he is now. He didn't have all the powers he has now. And actually, the first hero I believe had the power of flight before him was like Shazam, and that was Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, or she actually is known now as Shazam. He's the person that had the power of flight before Superman, and after him was what they kind of gave Superman the power of flight. But I wanted to talk about that because he was basically saying that Superman was like a Spider-Man level character. Like he was a street level character that he said protected the common folk. So like your local. Like say your local jewelry stores, your local supermarket owners, or your kids just walking down the street, things like that. Pretty much, he didn't protect the entire universe with everything as he does now. It was mostly just people in the same area. So he was very much a street level hero when he first started out.
Meant that as time went on, we eventually got Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Shazam, this little kid Billy Batson who would shout the word Shazam and become basically.
And also, Aquaman does not just talk to fists; he is awesome. Stop hating.
Somebody who is equivalent to.
Oh man, sorry guys, I don't know. Guys, I'm bad. Let's continue.
Word Shazam and become become basically somebody who is equivalent to Superman. We got heroes like the Flash, Jay Garrick, the original Green Lantern, Alan Scott. And despite the fact that their own powers varied, despite the fact that their origin stories were different from those of Superman, at the end of the day, they were still superheroes. Batman was the only real exception. He was a little bit darker, he was a little more gritty, more of an anti-hero than anything else.
Greatest superhero of all time. Give a fuck what anybody says. Hashtag Batman for life. Batman wins every day, anytime he plays.
But all roads led to Rome. He was still saving the day at the end of his comics, just by doing it through a different means. The popularity of those traditional superheroes led to the introduction of younger superheroes. Of course, Billy Batson had already been established as a little kid, but when he became Shazam, it wasn't a little kid with powers, it was a grown adult with powers. And that was the essence of comic book superheroes back then. The heroic quality, as it was deemed by comic book creators, was something that was only attainable by adults. Only adults had the wisdom to be superheroes. Only adults had the wisdom to really understand right from wrong. Now, sidekicks were introduced.
And guys, talk about that for a minute. It's like he's saying, like, basically, like, it's not wrong for the thing back then, pretty much like only adult superhero, because you would think when you have powers like they do, like Superman, or the skill and train of Batman, or like the magic ability of someone like Dr. Fate, you would think only adult, someone who has a lot of experience, who's lived through the world, who knows life, who knows what life is, who has lost, who has gained, would know and understand what to do with that much power. You wouldn't expect a 12-year-old kid or 9-year-old boy or girl with that power, who's been sheltered by the parents their whole life, who doesn't really know much about the world at all, to really do with that power. So it really does make sense that back then really only adults were considered as superheroes, because they only could really understand the use of powers. Like you say, eventually sidekicks would come in to kind of fill that gap for kids and teens who wanted to be superheroes but feel like they couldn't because only adults were superheroes. That's what Brad explained.
Which introduced the teenage element into comic books. But at the end of the day, sidekicks weren't viewed as superheroes. Sidekicks were viewed as superheroes in training. Dick Grayson, Robin, was training to become as good as Batman. Aqualad was training to become as good as Aquaman. Kid Flash was training to become as good as the Flash. That was the role they played in comics. And this was designed to mirror real life. Even in this day and age, as adults, we look around and say, man, when I was a teenager, I really thought I knew the ways of the world, but I don't. I didn't know how things worked when I was 16 years old. I was just young and dumb. Now, there are all different walks of life, and there are some 16-year-olds who are more experienced than 30-year-olds. But on the whole, a larger...
Yeah, and on top of that, I'm not saying I'm the most experienced kid ever, but growing up or growing the way I did learn more about the world than most kids my age probably did, and I experienced things most kids my age, what I was going through, probably didn't. So he's not really saying like some kids who are younger probably do know more than the people who are 30 and who haven't really, because sometimes even when you're 30 or 50, you probably haven't experienced everything towards the offer. So there is possible that some kids might experience more than what normal adults would do. But like you were saying, the sidekicks pretty much, like I said, the Gohan to the Goku. They were trained, they would try, basically surpass them or replace the superheroes when their time as superheroes were done.
Majority of people, as adults, know more and understand more than they did when they were teenagers, and comic books reflected that. The reason why Spider-Man is so popular is because he broke that transition. He broke that change. He broke that mold almost in its entirety. Instead of Spider-Man training to become a superhero under some other greater superhero out there, he was just suddenly thrust into the world of heroes. Captain America grabbed his shield and led the Avengers into the mighty charge against Hydra or Advanced Idea Mechanics. Superman, come on, Justice League, we can do this, and then he led the charge of the Justice League against some villain. But Spider-Man never had that. He tried to join the Fantastic Four in his first issue, and they turned him down. Instead, the training of Spider-Man came by way of the death of his Uncle Ben. The real world slapped him in the face so hard that suddenly he just had to adapt. He had to get used to things. He had to suddenly realize what it meant to be a hero.
And that's what I mean by saying, like, Spider-Man's origin is so well known, just like Batman's known, because Uncle Ben was shot and killed. Like he said, he didn't have anybody to train him or to teach him. He was kind of just thrust into the world of superhero. What powers? Like, hey, try your best, figure it out. And at first, he was like, if you remember watching Spider-Man movies, he was like fighting for money. He wasn't really being responsible with his powers. But then, like he said, his Uncle Ben ended up getting shot, and that was because of a careless mistake that he made, because he could have stopped somebody, but he didn't, because he was being petty he was being petty. He wasn't being smart about it, and it ended up costing him somebody he loved every day. Like he said, Rai had to slap him in the face and be like, wake up, you have powers, you can't just do whatever you want, because things have consequences. That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, what Uncle Ben saying is one of the greatest sayings of all time: with great power comes great responsibility. because it's so true, and it really shows the Spider-Man's the fact like he didn't act responsible with his powers, and it ended up costing him some way more than he ever possibly thought it would.
No, Captain America saying, all right, Spider-Man, let's go sit down and let me teach you everything you need to know about being a superhero. He had to figure it out on his own. He had his Aunt May to guide him and to be his moral compass, but he was literally just flying by the seat of his pants almost the entire time. That relatability extended to the average comic reader because...
sorry guys, and if you guys have seen Homecoming, so if you're a Spider-Man fan, you've seen Spider-Man Homecoming. The one reason I really like that movie because it showed exactly what he's talking about. Spider-Man kind of being thrust on his own. Because in that movie, even though Tony Stark did like give him the tech and everything, and kind of was trying to be a mentor, he really was left on his own throughout the better part of the movie and trying to figure out how to be a superhero on his own. This kid, this teenager, trying to figure out how to fit in this world of adults. And that's one of the reasons I really like that movie, because it really just explains what Spider-Man was. Like, he really was a teenager or a kid thrust into a world of adults with powers and responsibilities that he ever possibly thought he would have.
Which one of us can ever really say that we understand life so perfectly, we know everything we need to do in order to achieve success as we make our way through there? Not at all. Everybody's flying by the seat of their pants. Everybody's taking it one day at a time. Everybody makes mistakes, realizing they screwed up, and then tries to correct those. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. But nobody has a perfect understanding about how the way the world works, and Spider-Man reflected that. The other half of this is teenagers. Empowering teenagers. The largest base for comic book readership in comic books was teenagers. I mean, granted, as the years go on, teenagers who started reading grew into adults who continued reading, but the influx of comic book readers was almost always teenagers, and it was usually always young boys. But the idea was that when they were reading comic books back in the 1940s and 1950s and the early 1960s, if they were reading superheroes, they weren't the star of the show. They were just along for the ride. They were just learning how to become a superhero. Spider-Man came along and said, no. All right, teenage readers, you're not along for the ride. You're on the ride. You are the star of the show. You're not dancing.
Oh man, sorry about that. Hey guys, I'm back. But before we start again, I want to talk about what he said. That he said, Spider-Man kind of represented that the fact that you guys could be superheroes, that you guys were there, that you just weren't some sidekick or some side-off character that was just along for the ride, that you were there for real life, and that you actually were able to fight superheroes. And I think it's going to be such an important part of why he's so popular, because he makes you feel like as a teenager that you can fight along with the adults, not as a sidekick, but as an equal, and win the day. Let's continue.
The ride. You are the star of the show. You're not dancing next to the main attraction. You are the main attraction. And it empowered teenagers because it made them feel like they were important. It made them feel like they mattered. It made them feel like they were the reason why there's so much success. It was almost like an in-comic book adaptation to the success of comic books. Comic books grew in popularity and stayed popular because teenagers read them. And now it almost felt like for a lot of teenagers, or at least I would imagine anyway, that their work, their effort had been, was basically being recognized. It was being paid off. And so because of that, when teenage boys sat down and they read Amazing Fantasy number 15, they would see this kid who was like nerdy, just like they were. This kid who was being picked on, just like they were. This kid who couldn't get the girl, just like they couldn't. But instead of just having this comic that says, yep, man, life is rough and it's just going to kind of be that way, suddenly Peter Parker gets bitten by a radioactive spider on a science trip. And now that bully Flash Thompson gets what's coming to him. Now his nerdiness helps him to become a better superhero. And oh my God, do the girls love him. He was everything those teenage boys aspired to be. Now, that was the teenage element. That was the teenage aspect. But teenage reading isn't enough to keep a comic book running forever. You also have to maintain the readers who are adults, who grew up reading comic books as teenagers and kept on going as adults. And that's where the other half of Spider-Man's success came into play. Spider-Man was a dude who was just struggling day in and day out. The Avengers never had financial issues. Tony Stark, really like the richest man in the world, was a founding member of the Avengers team, and he just bankrolled the Avengers. He gave them a place to live, gave them a base of operations. You never worried about money when you read the Avengers comics. When you sat down and read Avengers number 4, where they discovered Captain...
As again, I said, Tony Stark is a multi-billionaire, and like I said, the Avengers don't have to worry about money. You say in the movies, you can even say in the MCU movies as Spider-Man, as Tony Stark, like bankrolling the Avengers Tower, giving them a place to live, everything like that. Basically what he's saying. Whereas a Spider-Man, he is always struggling. He's always trying to get through the day. And that's like he was saying, that relates to so many people, because there are so many people who aren't rich, who are just struggling to get to the next day, to get to the next meal, to get to the next sleep, so they can just get to the next hour, so they can sleep at night without worrying. Spider-Man represent that because he was always struggling for money. Where it was money, he had to help maybe pay the bills because his uncle was gone, or because he was always late. He was just always struggling. Sometimes, some days he would miss class because he had to go be Spider-Man. Some days he would lose his job because he couldn't go because he had to be Spider-Man. It just shows like he was always going through something that just seemed like it was impossible for him to get to, but he always did. And it made, I guess, people feel that they could too.
America for the very first time. When you read Avengers number 10 or Avengers number 20 or Avengers number 30, the topic of, oh man, guys, like rent's due, how are we going to pay that? That never came up. It was just the Avengers flying headlong into some adventure against Loki or the Incredible Hulk or some, small-time villain that was created just for the story. There was no discussion about bills. There was no discussion about money. There was no discussion about, oh man, I wonder if I'm going to be able to take my girlfriend on a date tonight. But that discussion was in Spider-Man. That discussion was in Spider-Man as Peter Parker was defeating a villain and then heading back home and then realizing rent was due that day and he was late. But he didn't have any money and he didn't know how he was going to pay it. That discussion came up when he was trying to figure out where he was going to take Gwen Stacy to dinner because he didn't really have any money. And that resonated with people, especially like in this day and age, because college kids struggle all over the place. But the idea of struggling financially is not a new thing. It's not a post, 2008, economic crisis thing. It's always been that way. There's always been people who have struggled financially. There's always been people who have been trying to figure out how they're going to take it from one day to the next. There's always been people who have boyfriends and girlfriends, significant others, and are trying to figure out how they're going to go with them to enjoy an evening without having enough money to actually enjoy it lavishly. And that was a core part of the Spider-Man stories. How's rent going to get paid? How are the bills going to get paid? Where is this going? How long is he really going to be Spider-Man? This is compounded by the fact that for the most part, because Spider-Man didn't have the same kind of grand, huge villains like the Avengers or the Incredible Hulk or Thor had, a lot of the superhero community didn't take him wildly seriously. It wasn't like, oh man, we've got to have Spider-Man on our side. It wasn't like the Avengers were facing off against some threat and said, oh my god, guys, you know who's going to help us? Spider-Man. That almost never happened. Instead, it was, God, guys, man, we're being absolutely crushed, but we're the Earth's mightiest heroes. We'll deal with it on our own because we have Thor and we have Captain America. We've got like some of the most successful powerhouses in comics. Why do we need Spider-Man? Even then, among the audience base, the casual person who knew of Spider-Man but didn't really read him, myself included, Spider-Man was never taken seriously. Oh, okay, yeah, cool, Spider-Man. He's a guy that dresses in a suit and climbs up walls. Wahoo! I'm gonna go read my X-Men with a mutant that can warp reality on a universal scale. But what's so funny about...
Hold on, guys. Sorry again. But, hold on a minute. Okay, guys, I'm back. Let's finish it out.
On a universal scale. But what's so funny about that is like Spider-Man's spider sense. The one ability that he has that alerts him to danger before it happens is the one thing that makes him more successful than virtually any other character out there. That's one of the reasons why whenever you have major crossover events, for the most part, Spider-Man's usually the last man standing. Spider-Man's intelligence, his wittiness, added kind of a freshness to comic books, where he would be going against villains, he'd crack jokes, he'd throw them off kilter. It wouldn't be like Captain America, where he took himself super seriously and just started beating the heck out of him with his shield. Spider-Man would poke fun at Dr. Octopus while he was beating the crap out of him. He would poke fun at Electro while he was beating the crap out of him. Now, of course, we would find out in later years the reason why Spider-Man did that is because it was designed to throw his villains off kilter. They're taking themselves seriously. But if they believe that Spider-Man's not taking themselves seriously, they'll get angry. And in their anger, they'll stop fighting rationally. I think that was explained during Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows as part of Secret Wars, but I'm sure it was probably explained before that. But those elements are what made Spider-Man so relatable and so popular. The humor, the simple relatability of struggling financially, trying to find a good job, the relatability of not knowing when bills are going to get paid, the relatability of trying to be taken seriously by the rest of the superhero community and even comic book readers themselves. That's the reason why Spider-Man will always stand the test of time. That's the reason why Spider-Man will always be one of the most iconic superheroes in the history of comic books, even if his success drops off. Even if in 50 years, Spider-Man's popularity is virtually gone and no one reads him anymore and Marvel cancels him, the legacy he created will live on forever. People will always say, yep, Spider-Man, I remember him. It'll always just kind of be an intrinsic facet of the superhero community. But with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and bring this video to an end. If you are new here to Comics Explained, make sure you guys hit the sub button to become part of the Rob Corps. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, and I will catch you all later. Peace!
Alright, guys, so that's the end of the video. So, let me get my thoughts. I thought everything that was said. And because he's right, like he said, Spider-Man, when there was a big event, nobody thought to call him Spider-Man. Like I said, some dude in a costume that shoots webs like a teen, just not even a grown man, while we need his help. Like he said, his villains weren't as big as some of the other characters like Thor, Hulk, and Iron Man, but they were memorable. And I think that is like such an important part of superheroes because you can have the biggest and the most powerful and the most baddest villains in the world to fight. But if they're not memorable and nobody cares about them, then what's the point? What's the point of being so powerful if nobody gives a fuck? And then in the next issue, he's like not there. He's like, oh, we had to draw him out because nobody liked to read him. Everybody said he sucked. Spider-Man had memorable villains. You liked Electro. You liked Doctor Octopus. You liked those characters, and you liked seeing them fight against Spider-Man, and you enjoyed them. And it made them remember. And that's what I'm saying. It's better to me. So to me, it's better to have remember villains than powerful villains, because those are villains that will make you last, that will keep you setting, because those are villains people want to see, not because they're super powerful or they can do all these things, because they are remember. They remember those villains when they read the comics. Like, damn, I can't wait to see what Doctor Octopus is going to do next, or I can't wait to see what next time Electro shows up. Like, it makes you want to keep reading the comics. And also, like you said, Spider-Man always being funny, cracking jokes, even in the most desperate situations. You could always count on Spider-Man. Even with Thanos and Infinity God, when everybody's dead, when the entire universe is being destroyed, you can always count on Spider-Man to throw some witty joke and try to make things feel better. So he was kind of a light in a way in the dark situations, and you could relate to that. And just like you said, Spider-Man being the struggling guy, the nerdy kid, the guy was always going through problems trying to figure out what the next thing he was going to do. Yeah, he wouldn't save the day, but he didn't get paid for it. Now he has to go home and figure out how he's going to help pay the bills or where he'll take his girlfriend out. He's relatable. He's relatable to so many people, to me, to a lot of you guys probably watching, whoever watching this video, that he is relatable and that he is like us and that anybody can be Spider-Man. All you gotta do is to be bit like a spider and boom, you're Spider-Man. To be Superman, you gotta be an alien. To be Batman, yeah, you can't be Batman, but you have to be rich. You have to go do a bunch of training to be Batman. You have to be super smart. With Spider-Man, you should have to be bit by a spider. You can go home. Like, he didn't like buy his costume like for some rich shit to make out of like rich materials like Batman. No, he sewed it together with a sewing kit, and boom, you had Spider-Man. So anybody can really be Spider-Man. Just get bit, throw on some powers, and boom, you're Spider-Man. And I think that's the reason why he's so powerful, just because anybody can be Spider-Man. Not anybody can just be Superman or Batman, of those, but anybody can be Spider-Man, especially anybody young or who's going through things. So you can be a hero too. And I think, to me, that's why he's so popular. That's why he's as popular, if not more popular than Superman, because just anybody can be him. Any teenager, any young person going through something feels like any adult can be him. Could just get bit by a spider, put on a costume, and go shoot webs and fight crime. And to me, that's why he's so popular. That's why I love him. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Why is Spider-Man the most popular than you? Why do you love him? Why do you think he's such a great hero? Like, tell me your own thoughts down below. And this is the end of the video, so please make sure to leave me a like. Again, if you are new and you like, please subscribe to my channel. Help me reach that goal, get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. There will also be a link below in the description for Rizzo Ville. That was my face on Twitter. But it's your bar, and I'm out. Peace.